Okay, so we're going to go through a brand new tool that just came out today. So I want to show you this PowerPoint presentation. Let me just go from the beginning here.
Make sure you share your screen.
I thought I was. Let me end it then. Let me go back to sharing my screen. Share screen. Okay. Now here we go. Good catch. Okay, presenting pool funding. Innovative funding solutions you never thought were possible. All right, so Noop, this is a question we're going to ask everyone. Is the
Uh-huh.
only thing separating you from what you want is a lack of funding?
Absolutely.
Do you ever run into that with people, with the people you're talking to? You know, there's a lack of funding, one of the reasons they're not quite able to get done what they want to do.
Yeah, all day, every day.
Okay, and it's at all levels, right? It doesn't matter if you're in the, what socioeconomic class you might be in. You
Mm-hmm.
have a need for funding for one reason or another, right? It just everything's scalable, right? Just depends on your
That's
situation.
mm-hmm.
The guy on the low end, he might be looking for a way to pay his electric bill. Someone on the high end might be looking to, figure out how he's going to buy his next apartment complex. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
All right. Did you hear the news about the Bitcoin ETF?
Um, I saw a couple things about it, but I'm not really sure what that means.
All right. So an ETF is a Wall Street product, is the way I like to call it, That's my own, label on it. It's a Wall Street product. And the SEC is the one to approve whether an ETF is, something that can be done or not. Bitcoin is kind of a new, it's in its own category kind of thing, it didn't exist, 15 years ago. It's an innovation, right? So you've heard
Right.
enough about Bitcoin to know that it's an innovation into the realm of digital money, right?
It's like the light bulb.
Yeah, it's like the light bulb. Before that, there was gas lanterns, right? So
Exactly.
we got this paper money. It's most people in the U.S. use plastic, right? They're using their credit card or debit card. But the next step is digital, where you're basically going from one mobile, one device to another just with a few clicks. You don't need a piece of plastic in between, right?
Right, exactly.
And that's Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is an innovation, and the reason why it's an innovation, it's an innovation in the sense that it's a trustless ledger that's transparent and public, and no third party is in control or in between transactions. That's the innovation of Bitcoin in a nutshell.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the idea came around over 10 years ago, and it went a couple of years where there were no transactions. There was just people, doing something they call mining. I don't want to get into that, but in the very early stages of Bitcoin, it was a computer code that you would mine, and nobody was doing transactions until some guy said, "Hey, what if we could use this to do a transaction for real?" And he got somebody to agree to 10,000 Bitcoin for two Papa John pizzas. And someone agreed to that. That was the first ever transaction. It made history. They celebrate Pizza Day every year now. How about that?
There you go.
So that's innovation. And January 10th, that's like yesterday, right? I think, what is today? But anyway, as of the recording of this, it's only like a day ago, and huge, huge. And so what this means is that now hedge funds, big money, Wall Street firms, people that you know, uh, you know, basically uh, try to grow. pension funds and things like that. These are all Wall Street kind of thing, big, huge, what you call institutional money, right?
Right.
So up until now, institutional money didn't have a pathway to roll institutional money into Bitcoin. But as of this approval, now they can. And now you can go to the Chicago Board of Trade, and there's not just one option, but there's multiple options out there already to for institutions to get into Bitcoin and have Bitcoin as part of the portfolio. But the main reason we're talking about Bitcoin right now is because I want to introduce you to something else that's innovative. Bitcoin is an innovation, but I want to show something else to you today. But while we're on the subject of Bitcoin, now that you know what you know and see what you see here, the price of Bitcoin in the early days, back when they were trading 10,000 coins for 2 pizzas, it was something like 10 cents, something like that, per coin. Okay.
Mhm.
And then it was just a couple years ago that the price of Bitcoin went almost $70,000 per coin. That's crazy, right? This is all history. It's right here in the chart. Okay. From 10 cents to $70,000. And currently we're right about $45,000 to $48,000 per coin right now.
Right.
Now, if somehow you came across the technology to send messages to yourself back in time, do you think you might send a message back to yourself to buy Bitcoin?
Yeah, I actually thought about buying Bitcoin back in the day, but I was just too nervous about it.
If you got a message from your future self that said buy Bitcoin, I'm you 10 years from now,
Would
buy Bitcoin, would you do it?
yeah,
Would you listen to yourself? Anyway, that's an interesting idea. I'm not talking about anything real here. There's no way that I know of that you can do that. But the point is, now that we can see what Bitcoin has done, all the doubts are gone. Now that it's been completely legitimized by the Wall Street, not with the ETF approval from the SEC, institutional money coming in, pretty much everybody's can agree that the market cap's going to at least double in the near term on Bitcoin because of that. So innovation at its finest here. Bitcoin is a good example of that. And I'm going to talk to you about another cryptocurrency today, but innovation is the subject that I really wanted to talk about today. Because everything begins with an idea. Even Earl Nightingale came up with that saying. What if you could access funding you didn't have to pay back? Would that be an innovation?
yeah, I mean, for sure an innovation. But
Because
I mean,
because
go ahead.
when you hear the word funding, doesn't it resonate something you got to pay back? Isn't that the normal response when you hear the word
Yeah, like
funding,
that. Yeah, debt.
right? You hear funding, something I got to pay back.
Right.
So it would be very innovative if you could access funding that you didn't have to pay back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a solution for that, and that's the innovation. So we're using 3 principles to make that possible: velocity, leverage, and exponential growth are the 3 principles behind our innovation of what we're calling pool funding within the crypto space. This is actually our coin here, our chart. What do you think of that chart?
That's a nice trajectory there.
Yep. That's the first week. So here's what happened. Okay. The first thing that we did is we built a community of 600 people. Then we launched the PFB pool funding, right? PFB coin on January 4th, 2024. So like a week ago. And there's only 1 million coin supply. Compare that to Bitcoin, where the total supply of Bitcoin is 21 million. This coin is much less than that, 1 million. Okay. Scarcity, right? Something supply demand, right? Price is going to be higher for something that's more scarce. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it shouldn't be any wonder that because of that fact alone, that, it was not that difficult for us to create a 10 billion market cap in the first week with the launch of our PFB coin. Okay, that's what happened in the first week. Now, back to funding here. I want you to think about $200 and think about how you could spend $200 and how far $200 goes in your life and how it's here today and gone, and it's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because $200 is going to slide through your fingers one way or another anyway, right?
Right, exactly.
Okay. What if I showed you how to take $200 and turn it into a perpetual daily cash flow? And it was scalable, and it could even go into the millions. That's even possible.
Yeah, I definitely want to understand that more.
Innovative, right? So in our pool, each of the members hold on to their share of funds, and it's impossible for someone to run off with everybody's money. Within the crypto space, this is termed DeFi, decentralized finance. Okay. Doesn't that bring you some comfort knowing that it's not centralized, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So we opened up the $10 pool on November 7th, 2023. Next, we're going to open up the $100 pool. Remember, I talked about scaling. Okay. And finally, the $1,000 pool. So this is where we're heading, where we're going to have 3 pools open all the time. But we started with the $10 pool first. That's what we're working on right now. So active members pay $10 daily. Now, I just want to be clear here that we're not trying to saddle people with obligation. Instead, you'll see the way we've structured this is it's an opportunity, not an obligation. So if someone gets started with us and then chooses to, walk away or bow out, they have no obligation to keep on paying $10 if they don't want to, but it is daily. Okay. Now, the next thing is 100% of all payments will be paid back. So you put money in the pool, and then the pool pays you back, and it's 100%.
So
Okay.
I'm not coming out of pocket 10 every day.
Exactly. Now you're capturing my, what I'm putting out there. But I'm going to be honest with you, we're in the early stages right now of rolling this out, right? Because our coin has only been out there for a week. So we can't really promise that you're going to get your $10 back tomorrow. If you put $10 in now, you're not necessarily going to get it back tomorrow. But because of the coin we just rolled out, a week ago, give us about a month, and then we should be able to shorten that down to tomorrow, where you can get repaid within 20 hours. Okay. It's going to take us about a month to probably make that happen. If it takes 2 months, I'll be fine with that too. But the bottom line, there's no obligation here. It is $10 a day, but the idea is that whatever goes into pool comes back to you 100%. Okay. And it is going to pay everything off. And at some point, it's going to pay off so fast that people will literally just come in with only $10 and just recycle the same $10, But now you're going to put in a little bit more than that, and then it's going to come back to you, but it's just going to kind of be like overlapping itself, right?
Right.
So you got 100% are paid back. You're on a 24-hour timer. So there's actually a timer on our website, and it counts down, so you make a payment, it kicks off the timer. So everything's timed. Okay. And like I said, soon payments will be repaid in less than 20 hours. And yes, you can use recycled funds to make your payment. And that's in fact the whole point of pool funding, is the whole aspect of recycling money to keep making the same payment over and over again. Okay. All right. So the pool is like a pipeline. Again, we're not centralized, so there's no centralized party here. What happens when you make a payment is, let's just say you're Bob, and when you make a payment, it just happens to be Joe's turn to get paid in the pool, right? So instead of it going to company ABC and then over to Joe, when you make a payment, it goes directly to Joe. No need for a company, no need for a centralized party. Does that make sense?
Right, exactly.
Okay. So what happens when you actually make a payment? It's literally like you're clicking a button, and then the software makes a decision as soon as you click that button. It asks the system, the database, okay, is this person that's clicking the button, is their sponsor qualified? So whoever's clicking the button, it's their sponsor. So if their sponsor is qualified, then when they click that button, the payment doesn't go to someone in the pool, it goes to their sponsor. Okay, so $10. So $10 could go to Joe in the pool, or it could go to, Jim, your sponsor. If Jim is qualified, then the software is going to make that $10 paper and go straight to Jim. Okay. If Jim, your sponsor, is not qualified, then it's going to go to Joe in the pool.
Right.
Okay. Now, what does it take to get qualified? Well, you have to have 2 active referrals to become a qualified sponsor. Okay. And over here,
Right.
the orange and the blue, this is kind of showing you what the pipeline looks like. Okay. A little closer view here. So the faster we grow, the faster the velocity. Remember the 3 principles? Velocity was the first one. The faster the velocity of payments are to active members. We win together as a team, and speed matters. So, basically, if these payments are happening every 5 minutes, that's better than every hour, right? So the difference between an hour of velocity or a 5-minute velocity, see the point? And these, every time you make a payment, you're creating an order, right? So you paid somebody off in the pool, but simultaneously you're creating a new order for yourself, and now your name is on that order. So you're in the pipeline and you're going to get paid off 100%. Okay. I hope I'm saying it in a way it's really clear, but eventually orders in the pipeline turn into transactions and become part of the transaction history. So if we look here as this example, this is you're the green guy. You made a payment on December 6th of 2023, and this yellow guy paid you back on the 8th of December. Okay. And here's another one in the transaction history. You made a payment on the 7th, and then this red guy here paid you off on the 9th of December, right? So that's just an example of the transaction history. And then over here, you can see that this yellow guy, he's the next one to get paid off, right? He's at the end of the pipe to get paid, right? He started out here, and he made his way all the way down to the bottom of the pipe here, okay? And so this is you. You have an order in on the 8th, and that is yet to be paid. You have an order here on the 9th, because you pay every day, right? Yet to be paid. An order here on the 10th, yet to be paid. Okay. But yet you've already been paid twice over here. So hope the illustration makes sense how the pipeline works.
I
Yes?
understand, yeah.
All right. So, but you might be asking, but how? How do you pull money out of this pool, right? How do you get the money out of the pool? Well, you must be qualified to pull funding out of the pool. That's the answer. Now, this is a real screenshot. This happens to be my screenshot. This happens to be from today. Okay, so this is all real information, what we're looking at here. This is my account. We refer to this one as account 1. I have more than one account. I'm on a timer here. Back when I took the screenshot, I had almost 2 hours. Well, since then, I've made my daily payment. Okay. That's the button right there to click on. You click that button, and then it takes the money out of my wallet, and it sends it directly to the wallet of the person going to get it directly. No third party, no centralized party, nothing like that. You're not sending money to me when you click that button. It's going to someone, either your sponsor or the next person in that pipeline, okay, or the pool.
Right.
Now, the magic of this is obviously I was a part of this thing from day one. I literally, you see here, it says funds that were sent. Okay.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much of a pipeline on day one. Can you see what I'm saying? Like we had to start with, it had to start with one person, right? And then it grew from there. So I put $10 in to begin with. I actually did the very first transaction. Okay. So $10 here. I put $10 in, And then I got the $10 right back within a matter of minutes, from the next person that I was, had prepared them to do this, right? So I got my $10 right back, and it showed up over here, in the funds received. But basically, it says that I paid out $630, but truth be told, I used the same $10 rotating, recycling over and over and over again 63 times.
Right.
But yet I have actually received $2,320 spendable money, USDT. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, this is what it takes to get qualified. There's a qualifying period of 3 days, but then you got to continue to pay every day. It's not just you, but also you have to have 2 referrals that also pay every day. And this is what we're really
Right.
after, are the referrals. And so what makes this innovation possible is that we're looking to take advantage of the exponential factor of 2, because 2 will bring 4, and 4 will bring 8, and 8 will bring 16, right? So we're taking advantage of the principle of exponential growth for, because, for our currency that's on the crypto market, the PFB coin. And so that's why you can get funding that you don't have to pay back. This $2,320, I don't have to pay that back to anybody. Do you understand? That's
Right.
powerful, right? So that's what this is all about. So just like pushing a magic money button once a day, this little button here, that's the money button right there. Okay. And then, when you factor this on a monthly basis, 2 referrals will yield you $300 monthly. 3 referrals will get you $600 monthly, and 4 referrals will get you $900 monthly. And it's the same. If all you have is 2, you can keep using the same 2 month after month after month, the same exact 2 referrals to keep on getting the same, keep on getting $300 a month every month on the same 2 referrals. Same thing with 3 and 4. Really, you can get unlimited referrals. Just stay qualified, and you can multiply these numbers, whatever. Okay. Gets even better. We're going to open up the $100 pool soon.
Imagine a magic money button. Press it once a day and it showers you with more money than you could possibly spend. But wait, could this button be bought? Perhaps for $10,000? No, maybe 1,000 then. Wrong again. This incredible money button can be yours for a mere $100. But there's a catch. It's not just about the cash, you have to bring 2 referrals our way. So, who's ready to hit the jackpot? This isn't just a game of chance, it's a revolution in wealth creation. Remember, the magic money button awaits. Don't just dream about wealth, make it your reality.
Oh yeah. You like these numbers over here? 2 referrals bringing you $3,000 a month, 3 referrals bringing you $6,000 a month, 4 referrals bringing you $9,000 a month. Does that seem like
That's
a lot of work?
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh? That's
Go
100
ahead.
grand a year for 4 referrals.
Yeah, and we're not even talking about 4 new referrals every month. We're talking about the same 4 referrals used every single month for 12 months, right? That'd be over $100,000 a year. Okay.
Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, that's and it's not really income, it's funding. And realize that the tax ramifications here, the difference between something that you label income and something you label funding.
Right.
You get my drift?
Right. Exactly. Tax free.
Imagine a
All right. So there's one more fee I want to talk about. It's a monthly fee, and you got to pay $10. You got to pay a $10 pool access fee monthly in our PFP coin. Okay, so you got to go buy the PFP coin, $10 of it. And then the cool thing is that all of our members do that. Like I said, we have over 600 members today. That's going to turn into 6,000 so fast, it'll make your head spin. But anyway,
Yeah.
what that does is as each member pays every single month this $10 to access the pool, as they pay that every single month, it's putting consistent positive buying pressure on our currency, making it more and more and more valuable in the crypto space. Does that make sense?
Right. Exactly.
And see, that's the value. So we're not interested in people paying us back. We're interested in increasing the value of our coin in the crypto space because it's trillions of dollars there. Okay? We don't need people to pay us back. There's plenty of money in the crypto space just to bring value to our coin by people paying this fee every month. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So what happens also, what is that fee really doing? We're collecting that fee obviously to, to basically leverage it against the upward climb of our our coin here is going to go up in value. So, if you pay $10 today, maybe that $10 is worth $30 a week from now. Maybe it's $60 a month from now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So until you sell the coin that you purchased, that was purchased, it's going to hold a higher value, and we expect our membership to grow exponentially. So therefore, we do expect this upward buying pressure to be very strong, ongoing. Okay. Now, we have a guarantee fund, and the purpose of that is to pay off excessive orders in the pipeline. So remember, our objective that we believe we can reach in about a month from now is to reduce the waiting list or the pipeline down to about 20 hours. It's longer than that now. It's multiple days right now. Okay. But we want to get that down to about 20 hours, and then we want to maintain it at 20 hours. And so we're going to have the funding coming from these payments here. So we'll be selling it off a little at a time to basically pay off the orders in the pipeline, and then we just maintain it below 20 hours when we reach that point. That's the whole
Right.
idea. And see, this is why you don't have to pay it back, because you don't need to. The system here, it's beautiful. Anyway, we're leveraging the $1.66 trillion crypto market, and it's powerful. So most people at this point say that all sounds great. So what does it take to get started? All you got to do is connect your MetaMask wallet to our website, and that's all it takes to join. That simple. And that's the whole presentation. I appreciate you hanging in there while we go through that presentation. And I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording now.